Holy smokes, that's a stud. Alright, it's Wednesday, December 6th, it's about 4:20. Got back in here in the same spot. But I have realized that I knew it before, but I mainly it clicked to me yesterday. I'm in the wrong spot. I need to be about 100 yards that way, 100 yards over my right shoulder. Because about 80% of the deer I've seen in this spot have either came from over there or went over there. I've seen 3 does yesterday, back in there. They got up from bed and walked that way. One of the double main beam bucks with a drop down that I was trying to kill went back that direction. But we're back in here. It's cooler today. We've got a little bit of a temperature drop. I think yesterday the high was, at this time yesterday, it was like 67 then. From what my truck said when I got here, it was like 59, 60. But the low for today is like 29 and the high is like 62, 63, something like that. But once the sun gets down behind them trees, it'll cool off in here a lot. But I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. Season's going by real fast and I'm yet to kill a decent buck. And I've thought to myself about just kind of hanging the bow up for the rest of the year and grabbing a rifle. But I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm a bow hunter. What I like to do is I like to bow hunt and I don't want to give up. I haven't killed a good deer. I haven't killed a good buck in 2 years with my bow. With anything. What? Well, we will stay positive. We can hopefully try to get it done here soon. Y'all stay with me. I don't think I had enough penetration. Oh, but that was a stud, dude. I don't know how big he is. Oh my god, I hope he's down. I didn't get that much penetration. I hit him in the shoulder. I don't know how high up or down. He came in, he stopped. My yardage was perfect. I had this much gap to shoot through, and I don't know. I seen the arrow sticking out pretty far. I don't know. I hope it's good. It almost sounded like I heard him crash, but I doubt it. Holy smokes, dude. Holy smokes. All right, so I got down. So I'm filming on my phone. All my stuff's back over there. I got down, came over here because when I shot him, you can see it in the video. I think I'm full past through. It's forward. But I came over here. I'm sorry, I'm still shaking. Came over here, looked at my arrow, and it's so much better than I thought. I mean, that's a lot of penetration. And you can see that there is a good bit of blood sprayed everywhere. That dude's dead, dude. That dude's dead. All right, so I just left the shop. I'm holding my camera driving. Just left the shop. Watched the footage back on the computer. It's pretty much kind of how I thought it was gonna be. But we don't really. I wasn't zoomed in, which you can tell. Everything happened very, very fast. But it doesn't seem like shoulder like I thought. It doesn't sound like I hit shoulder. I also figured out that I hit a limb on the way to him. Looked like the backside of my arrow caught a little limb, and it didn't really take the arrow off track, but it did slow it down just a hair, and that's why I didn't get the penetration that I thought I should have. But I've got about 10 inches of arrow in him with that big old mega meat. Should not have a problem with damage in the vitals. But I'm almost certain that it's double long. I just didn't get an exit hole because it didn't pass through. But I'm almost certain that it's double long. With the amount of blood, like I had blood. I had a little bit of blood on my wrap, and the arrow broke off halfway. So I don't know. It should be good. I'm hoping it's good. All right. Right here where my arrow was, the deer was standing about 12 yards back that way. Arrow broke off right there. I dropped it up here. But I'm standing on blood. Looks like we got pretty decent, looks like long blood. I can see it spraying right here, spraying all out of there. There's some on that tree, and there's a decent pile of it, and I can see it going that direction. But we're gonna start tracking, see what we can see. I honestly think I heard the deer crash, but not 100% sure. So here's a little recap of everything, because there was a lot of footage that I did miss. When I first seen that deer I think I shot him at 5:15. When I first seen him at 5:13 or so, he was walking from my right to left. I was sitting in the saddle facing the tree. He's walking from my right to left, and I had to grunt. I seen him, shuffled through my bag, got my grunt call, gave him 2 hard, dominant grunts, and he beelined it to me. And you can see him walk out from behind the trees and stop behind that stump there at 35 yards. The window I had to shoot through was very, very small, and the majority of his body was behind that stump, so I had a very small shot opportunity. I set my yardage, drew back, put my pin just behind his shoulder, and I let it ride. Unfortunately, I did hit the backside of my shaft did hit a small limb that was sticking out that I had no idea I was going to hit. I thought I was going to miss everything, but I did hit it, and my arrow ended up hitting the center of the shoulder, and I didn't get as much penetration. I didn't get much penetration, but I got more than I thought I did. As the deer ran off, you can see the arrow sticking out of him. But when I got down, I went and looked at my arrow. I had probably 10 or so inches in him, which is plenty. what ended up happening is it went through the front shoulder, went double lung, bottom of the lungs, top of the heart, hit his offside shoulder, and it had bounced off just a little bit, and it sat mid-chest area as he ran off. Broke my hair off and went 100 yards and folded up. I was in there hunting a different deer, which is a double main beam buck with a drop tine that I had been in there for the past few days trying to hunt. I knew that he was bedding back there behind me where I'd been sitting, but I didn't know exactly where. I didn't know when he was going to show up because he had shown up multiple days during midday between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So I just got in there after work as much as I could to try and hunt. That deer ended up showing up, and I knew he was a mature deer. It ended up being a 4.5-year-old, about 192. He gave me a shot opportunity, and I took it. But like I said, I didn't get a ton of everything on camera. I got the shot on camera. I got a little bit of the after of post-shot on camera with me climbing down and walking to where I shot him. Ended up backing out, going to the shop, and giving that deer a little over an hour and a half, probably an hour and 45 minutes. Coming back, started tracking. He went 100 yards, and I found him, bolted up. He'd been dead for a while. Coyotes ended up starting to get on him, which I didn't show too much of that in the video. Like I said, a lot of footage that I missed that I should have gotten. It's just excitement. First mature deer that I've killed on camera. Self-filming's hard, but for the most part, I made it happen. Hopefully this video will turn out good for the most part. The double main beam buck showed back up yesterday at 11:30. So me and my brother-in-law are going to go back in there and try to kill him Saturday morning, and if not, Saturday afternoon. We may end up sitting all day. I'm not 100% sure yet. I know the weather is not really looking too good for Saturday. It's supposed to be warmer. These past few days, it's been low 30s, high 20s for the low, and high 40s, low 50s for the high. Saturday is supposed to be high of like 62, low of 45. I don't know. We're going to see how Saturday is. There's supposed to be some weather rolling in on Sunday. This weekend is Christmas weekend. Christmas is on Monday. So we're going to try to make it happen. I know from what I've been told, the rut over there is a little later, which I can kind of tell. I'm not so sure. This is my first season actually truly hunting that property. We've had it for 2 years now. Didn't hunt it much last year. But y'all stay tuned for that one. We're going to see what happens. I tried to get Sam on one for a few times now. We sat in fairly the same area and had 4 opportunities, just couldn't come together to make it happen. A bad shot on one hit him kind of far back, and we didn't know it. And we ended up pushing that deer off way on somebody else's property from what we can gather. So, and didn't end up finding that deer. But maybe Sam will get an opportunity this weekend. It'll be his first deer with a bow, if it happens. I think he's going to shoot whatever walks. I would. My first deer with a bow, I shot the first thing I seen. But y'all stay tuned for more. Hope y'all enjoyed this one.